All right, hello everyone. I'm going to go over our last review before the test. So here we go. Problem number one. We have this exponential equation. I subtract over the 1/4 from here, multiply by 7, and now I'm here. And to get this exponent down somewhere where I can work with it, I take the natural log of both sides, and then I have that value. And make sure when you're using your calculator, it is the natural log of 77 divided by 4, then divided by 2. Make sure you close that parentheses. Every time you're using parentheses, make sure you close them. All right, on number 2, well, I'm given f of 10, which means I'm told the input, so I plug the input in there and do the math. Now notice this left side does not change, only the right side change. Log of 10 divided by log of 4 minus 3, and there you have it. That's the change of base. Takes this, turns it into that, so I can use a calculator. And on this one, it's the exact opposite. I'm told the output, so now I go back and find the input. Added the 3 over, and then once I'm here, I flip the sides. I put my 13 over here, and I put this over here. Now it's 4 to this power equals x. All right, on the next one, I'm given an equation where I'm told the rate is increasing by 7%, which means I take this and transform it into a rate that has a percent added to it. So this percent is being added on there. Type that in your calculator, one line. Number 4, I have a cloud is increasing at 15%. Currently its volume is here, and it's going up by 15%, and I want to turn it into triple this. So I take that number, times it by 3, and that's what I want it to turn into. All right, got to solve for this x up here. Same thing we just got done doing a minute ago. Divide this over, take the natural log, it drops this down, this comes down, we're able to work with it. So we have the natural log, let's see what we have. Natural log of 3 divided by natural log of 1.15, 7.861 years. Now watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to store that into A, so that answer is now A, and I'm going to double check my answer. You should do this every time on a test. There's that amount times that amount. I'm going to raise it to the A power. And that cloud is now changed from here, raised to that amount. Always double check your answers. I'm simplifying. Well, if they're being added, I might as well multiply them. Well, now it's 2. If I'm dividing them, if I'm subtracting them, I might as well divide them. It's 1. And here, I can't really do anything with that, but there is an exponent in there. That is 2 squared. So I can bring the 2 down to the front. And it's this expression here. And if you want to check that, I mean, we could check this, right? We could say this is log of 4 divided by log of 5, 0.86. Now I could check this, 2 times log of 2 divided by log of 5, and I get that same number. A object here is continuous. Continuous leads to A-P-E-R-T. Use the formula, find the rate. Put the rate up here. Now plug in a point. I'm going to take that point, plug it in, work backwards and find P. We have an equation. Number 7, 2 to the third power is this. 2 to the third power is 8. And to get rid of a third root, I've raised it to the third power. These are inverses. They are gone. I'm left with this is equal to that. Solve the problem, we're done. Number 8, how has this graph changed? 1, 2, 3, 4 things are different than that. First, it's flipped over the x-axis right there. Second, it's been moved down 8 right there. Next, it's been moved left 5. This is opposite. You would think that would be right, but it's left. And next, it's compressed vertically by a half, meaning it's shifted down. It's made smaller. It's not bigger. If you multiply something by a half, it gets smaller. So it is moved down. All right, number 10, colony of ants. 0.1, 0.2, slope formula is here. It goes there, but notice this one. I know what the starting value is. They tell me to start. I don't have to figure it out. We just got done doing a problem over here where we had to figure out the p-value because we don't know where this graph starts at. This graph starts at 5,000. 5,000 is p-value. Let's use the one-to-one property here. This is 5 squared. So that's 5 to the 2x plus 8 because I distribute that. That's 5 to the third. One-to-one property says if the bases are the same, the exponents must be the same. Down here, add the 1 over. How do I get rid of 2/5? Well, I multiply by 5/2. That's 15. How do I get this down so I can work with it? Well, take the natural log of both sides, and it comes down to the front. Divide this over, and then it'll be +1. Subtract that over. And we're here. Each week, the number of students logging on the TikTok is 70% of the previous week. Well, that's the rate. I'm not adding a rate. I'm not subtracting a rate. It's not continuous. That's the rate, so I use that rate. And I want to go from this amount to half as many. Divide it over as a half. Take the natural log of both sides, and this will come down. That would be 0.7. And now we just type it in, and we have it. On the graph here, we have the graph inputs and outputs for the values here. I'm going to go over by 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, -3. However, look at that, -240. So what I did is I called this -250. Then there's 10 lines, so 250 divided by 10, each one's 25. 25, 50, 75, 100. 25, 50, 75, 200. These are negative. And then where's this asymptote? Well, it's at 15. Well, 15 is somewhere right about there. So you always want to put that asymptote in there. And then look, our graph's going to be below it. At 3, it's at like -240. At 2, it's only at -50. At 1, it's at -1. At 0, it's at 11. And then these numbers are just these tiny numbers in here. And again, what does our graph do? Well, it's exponential. One side of it goes towards an asymptote, and the other side goes all the way up. But in this case, since it's negative, it's all the way down. This shows you where the asymptote has been moved up, 15. This shows you it's negative going down. And this tells you it's 4 times bigger. That's why this scale is so much larger than normal, and it's 4 times larger. And the one tells you it kind of got shifted back a space. All right, I hope this helps you on your test. If you have any other questions, come see me. Otherwise, good luck.